I think one of the problems that I've seen in 10 years that I've been doing this is that, comparing again esports to regular sports, I feel like the esports community is trying to build it from the top down. So I tell people this all the time. I say, there wasn't an NBA, there wasn't an NFL before there was local pickup games, before there was high school, before there was college, before there was minor leagues. You don't ever start anything from the top down. And so we're trying to groom these professional athletes without giving them any kind of minor leagues, without anything at the high school level. And so I feel like eBash has this niche, whereas we continue to build more and more stores, and we build stores in all these communities. Number one, I love the idea of guys playing physically together in the same location. They're on the same team. So high schools forming teams and getting together, being able to have high school versus high school competitions in local areas where guys are sitting next to each other physically, on a stage or in a room playing. I think that's important. I think that helps build that trust and that community that keeps those teams together long term, so that they can move on to the next level. I think that at the collegiate level there needs to be some leagues, and there's some of that has kind of started, but it's more of a casual, for fun type of thing. There's not really a governing body that's overseeing that. MLG, the big League of Legends teams and things, those guys that are successful are the ones that move into houses together. They move out to California. They all five of them will live in a house, and all they do is play League of Legends all day long. Those are the guys that have the most success, not necessarily because they play the most, because a lot of other people play a lot more League of Legends than those guys do, but because they physically move and live together, get to know each other in the real world, and they're able to then translate that into their gameplay. Until eBash has got enough locations where we can have this competition between stores, I think that it's dependent on, I don't think there's any other answer for it at this point. I don't think that professional esports will be able to continue to grow without a better foundation. Yeah, it's funny looking back at it's easy for us because we're still going, and we can look back at everything that's failed and learn from what they did wrong. We were involved with the World Series of Video Games. We traveled around to different cities here in the U.S., and CBS Sports was there filming, and they were trying to create a Sunday afternoon sports show based on the events we were holding. So we had Guitar Hero competitions, there was Fight Night. I remember they built a boxing ring, and you got in the boxing ring and played. They had traditional games that were competitive games like World of Warcraft. They had special arenas set up. They played Counter-Strike. They played Quake. That did not translate well to the standard TV at-home audience, and therefore those companies quickly failed. DirecTV had a partnership. They tried to do something similar. We tried to jam esports into the traditional sports hierarchy and expected spectators to watch these things sitting on their couches at home. What has happened recently, and through natural progression in games, we're now able to spectate games from in the game itself, and internet broadband has expanded in homes so that we can now broadcast these things through the internet. So guys can watch these things from their computers. And now Twitch is on, the latest Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and things, you can watch these same broadcasts. So these game companies like League of Legends and MLG are able to broadcast their events, and they're getting millions of viewers for their online events, and not through traditional standard TV broadcasting. So what we've seen now is that advertisers that want to reach this demographic are paying these companies to put their ads at the bottom of the page or for cut-ins in between the matches, so they can get Dr. Pepper, Doritos, Nike, those type of companies know they're trying to market to our demographic. They'll support that because there's millions and millions of eyeballs that are watching these things through the computer. Again, I think that the problem is that we need to step back and not look at jamming this into the traditional sports hierarchy. We need to look at building this as its own type of entertainment, and therefore it's a different medium that we're going to all watch it through. We're going to watch it through our tablets and our phones probably. We're not going to pull up and sit on the couch. My wife is not interested at all watching League of Legends after she watches Desperate Housewives. It's not going to happen. She's not the type of customer. It's the guys that want to be better, that want to someday succeed, and they're going to watch it on the medium that they're used to playing it on, which is the Xbox or the PC.